You are living a life trapped in the mediocre expectations of others. If you are a family man, are you burdening yourself with the pressure to become wealthy just to satisfy the never-ending needs of your wife and children? Or, if you are a young bachelor, are you constantly trying to meet your family's expectations and compete endlessly with your peers? You have lost your way long ago, not because of your own passions, but because of the desires of others. You are caught in a trap, and it will slowly destroy you. This vicious cycle has no exit unless you decide to break it. Otherwise, your life will be a series of miserable days, never truly living according to your own will. It is time to awaken and disregard the meaningless judgments of society. Look clearly within yourself, identify what you truly want, and set your goals. Everything else should be pushed aside. Focus only on the essentials and what is truly important and within your control. For example, earning money to support your family is necessary, but do not let greed lead you. Sit down and create a scientific plan rather than chasing after meaningless illusions. Failure stems from the lack of planning and shallow knowledge, not from a lack of luck. Next, I will dissect each aspect of the art of indifference and reveal its absolute liberating power. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Buddhism, the roots of all suffering and ignorance of the mind. Do you realize that your own desire, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and doubt are the dark forces destroying your life? You are in a constant race to satisfy unlimited desires, always trying to possess things that can never be held forever. This is not living. It is foolishly creating suffering for yourself. We often create rigid beliefs, assuming that everything must occur as we've experienced it. This is a grave mistake. These beliefs are only true for you, not universal truths of life. Imposing your personal perspective on others only distorts reality, leading to unnecessary misunderstandings and tensions. Consider an example from my own family. I finish lunch in 5 minutes because my life is a series of meaningless rushes, saving every second to work. But this only reflects my own weakness. I am not competent, my productivity is low, and I don't know how to develop myself. I force my wife and children to endure my hectic pace, not realizing how irrational it is. My wife takes 30 minutes to eat because she knows how to chew properly for better digestion. My child takes an hour because he's only 6 years old, yet I cruelly force him to eat an adult portion. This is ignorance, a lack of understanding and self-development. Buddhism teaches that to escape the cycle of suffering, we must recognize the impermanent nature of life. All things, people, and emotions are temporary phenomena and not eternal. Once we understand this, the irrational attachment and desires gradually fade, freeing us from painful constraints that we create for ourselves. The art of indifference is not about being emotionless or indifferent to life. It is the ability to clearly recognize what is real and what is temporary, allowing you to let go of the unnecessary. This is the only way to achieve true inner freedom, leading you to the peak of wealth and true power. The power of a free and strong soul, unbound by any superficial desires. Stoicism, self-development and ruthless self-examination. Stoicism not only emphasizes self-development, but also underlines self-examination, a skill that demands real courage. It's easy to pursue self-learning, driven by inner greed. You want to be rich, drive luxury cars, own big houses, and have a beautiful wife. These motivations are strong enough to push you forward, but they are rooted in the desire for accumulation and possession. But what about self-examination? This is a harsh challenge because it requires you to face the truth about yourself. You might be rich, but is your way of making money legal? You might drive a luxury car, but do you obey the traffic laws? You might own a big house, but is it built according to regulations? You might have a beautiful wife, but is there real happiness in your relationship? These questions demand ruthless self-reflection. Stoicism is not about indifference to life or avoiding responsibility. It is about clearly distinguishing what you can control from what you cannot. It calls on you to pause, look deep within, and challenge yourself. Do you have the courage to let go of what is not right, even if it serves your greed? If not, you are merely a slave to your own weaknesses. Stoicism teaches that to reach the pinnacle of wealth and true power, you need the courage to self-examine and let go of what is wrong, even if it causes pain to your endless greed. Self-development is not only about accumulating knowledge or wealth, but also about confronting the true nature of yourself and mastering your inner control. This is the only path to true freedom and the unmatched power of a solid soul. Epicurus, true joy and inner peace. Are you chasing futile desires only to drown in anxiety? Epicurus does not promote hedonism. He values simple joys, genuine friendship, and real inner peace. If you cannot find peace within yourself, even if you possess the entire world, you are merely a coward living in fear and loneliness. Start with a positive thought. From now on, I will obey the law. It may sound simple, but it is a breakthrough. When you follow the law, the system becomes your protector, not your enemy. Do you want to be kind to others? Then do it. For no one can be your enemy when you genuinely put their interests first. When you share knowledge, it is not just a constructive act, but also a way to test whether your knowledge is truly valuable. If you fear criticism, it only shows that you are not skilled enough and unwilling to face the truth. Do you want to build a strong community around you? Then confront your shortcomings and improve them with concrete actions. Epicurus speaks not of superficial happiness, but of a powerful inner peace. If you cannot let go of excessive greed and fear, you remain a slave to weakness. But if you can master your thoughts, act rightly, and treat others sincerely, you will achieve true wealth, not from temporary possessions, but from the strength of an unshakable soul. Soren Kierkegaard, courageously facing truth and finding yourself. Have you ever felt like just a puppet, living according to others' demands, especially in business? You become a servant, a slave to customers, trying to please their every whim without daring to ask, why should they buy from me? This is how you lose yourself, a catastrophic failure. In sales, many have turned serving customers into servitude, accepting excessive demands, thinking the customer is always right. But the truth is, you have plunged yourself into hell by lacking the courage to admit that your product is not good enough to make customers come to you. You keep chasing them because you have not delivered the true value they seek. If you do not have the courage to face the truth, to admit that the fault lies with you, you will be trapped in the endless cycle of chasing customers. Lack of confidence and the bravery to improve your product and business system will keep you in the deep pit of servitude. The harsh truth is that customers only come to you when you offer real value, when your product truly meets their needs. Do not deceive yourself and continue living under the illusion that satisfying customers is the ultimate goal. Acknowledge your flaws, improve your product and business system, and reach the peak of freedom, where customers seek you out for the value you provide. This is the real power of a brave entrepreneur, and also the way to rediscover yourself. Nietzsche, only good thoughts and good deeds lead to the right path. Nietzsche challenges you. Do you have the courage to affirm that only thinking and doing good is the only way to live? This is not a gentle or easy suggestion. It is a strong, decisive declaration. End all doubts and trivial thoughts. If you do not live with absolute faith in doing good, you have betrayed your own values. Thinking and doing good are not shallow choices. They are mandatory, the guiding principles of all your actions, the only things that can make you a winner in life. Make this the core principle, the foundation upon which you build your life. No compromise, no concession. Live and act as if every good thought is a powerful counterattack against all the weakness and meaninglessness of life. Let every good deed be a direct blow against all falseness and deceit. Do not just speak of good. Make it an undeniable reality, the only truth in your way of living. You must affirm yourself as a creator of value, a leader, not a follower of others' standards. Turn good thoughts and good deeds into your sharpest weapon, not only to live but to conquer, not only to exist but to dominate life with the real value of your being. Live with absolute faith that only good is right, and only good is the true path to greatness. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Let's come together to support our community. If you are a kind person, please hit the like button on this video and leave some energetic comments to spread positive vibes. Together, we can make a difference. Indifference to evil in philosophy. Bold liberation. Indifference to evil does not mean complicity or irresponsible detachment. It is a conscious and powerful choice, a way to liberate yourself from unnecessary negative influences. Indifference to evil is the refusal to let yourself be dragged into societal pressures, fears of the unknown, or worries about others' judgments. It is an act of freedom, the power of an individual who dares to control their emotions and thoughts. When you are indifferent to evil, you do not waste energy on things you cannot control or that lack real value. Instead, you redirect your energy toward positive actions, responses, and attitudes. You focus on creating good values rather than merely reacting to or fearing evil. In philosophy, indifference to evil is a way to protect the integrity of your spirit and personal values. You do not allow evil to control your mind, nor let negative opinions shake your beliefs. You direct your life through righteous actions, focusing on what you can change and improve. This is not merely an escape from evil, but a confirmation of wisdom, courage, and inner strength. Practical application of the art of indifference. Living with purpose, acting positively. The art of indifference is not about apathy. It is a deliberate choice to identify clearly what is truly important, distinguish what you can control from what you cannot, and channel your energy into meaningful and positive actions. In work scenario, you work in a highly competitive environment and frequently face criticism from colleagues or your boss. Often, the criticism is not always fair, but stems from personal opinions or business pressures. Applying the art of indifference, clearly identify what is truly important in your work. Instead of focusing too much on unjust criticism or trying to please everyone, focus on improving the quality of your own work. For example, if you are a salesperson, rather than obsessing over high sales figures to please your boss, focus on serving your customers in the best way possible, building long-term relationships. You may not be able to control your boss's or customers' thoughts, but you can control how you work and contribute. In the family scenario, you are under pressure from your family to pursue a career path that you are not passionate about. For instance, your parents want you to become a lawyer or doctor, while you have a strong interest in art or technology. Applying the art of indifference. Instead of trying to meet all your family's expectations, be honest with yourself and commit to pursuing your true passion. Focus your energy on developing skills in your chosen field, such as taking specialized courses or participating in practical projects to prove your value. You may not be able to control your family's expectations, but you can control how you build your own career. In friendships and social relationships scenario, you are worried about how others perceive you, constantly trying to change yourself to fit in with friends or societal norms. Applying the art of indifference. Accept that you cannot please everyone. Focus on building genuine relationships instead of constantly adjusting yourself to please others. For example, if you prefer intimate conversations over loud parties, arrange to meet a few close friends instead. You cannot control others' opinions, but you can choose how you live and connect with those who truly understand you. In personal financial management scenario, you are caught in the cycle of spending to showcase yourself or to keep up with the Joneses. Applying the art of indifference. Clearly identify the true value that money brings. Instead of spending on things that do not offer long-term value, such as buying luxury items just to show off, focus on saving and investing in personal growth. For example, you can invest in advanced skill courses that help you advance in your career. You may not be able to control societal pressure to keep up, but you can control how you wisely use your money. In time and health management scenario, you often feel pressured to work excessively to meet your boss's expectations, sometimes neglecting your personal health. Applying the art of indifference. Prioritize health and balance in life instead of letting work dominate all your time. Instead of working 12 hours a day to please your boss, arrange time for rest, exercise, or meditation. You may not be able to control work demands, but you can control how you manage your time and take care of yourself. The art of indifference is about liberating yourself from meaningless pressures, focusing on what holds real value and lies within your control. When you select what is important and channel your energy into positive actions, you not only find peace, but also live a meaningful and truly free life. Steps to apply the art of letting go in daily life. 1. Identify what truly matters. How-to guide. List your priorities. Write down everything important to you in life, such as family, health, career, education, finances, friends, and personal passions. Rank them. After listing, prioritize each item by its actual importance. Ask questions like, does this bring long-term value, or does it help me grow and move forward? Eliminate the unnecessary. Boldly remove things that are not important or do not contribute to your long-term goals. Focus deeply on fewer goals. Instead of trying to achieve many things simultaneously, choose the 2-3 most important goals and concentrate your energy and time on them. Example, if career and health are your top priorities, invest time in work and daily exercise instead of wasting it on meaningless arguments or excessive social media use. 2. Focus on actions you can control. How-to guide. Make a specific action list. For each identified goal, list specific actions you can take. Avoid vague actions like improve health. Instead, specify, like run 30 minutes every morning. Start with small steps. Don't pressure yourself with grand expectations right away. Start with small, manageable actions and gradually increase the intensity. Regular self-assessment. Weekly or monthly, evaluate what you have accomplished, what can be improved, and what needs to be done next. Control your attitude. You cannot control others' behavior, but you can control how you react in every situation. Example, if you want to improve your finances, start with manageable actions like daily saving, budgeting, and tracking income expenses. Don't worry about market fluctuations. Focus on effective personal financial management. 3. Confront and overcome social pressure. How-to guide. Accept you can't please everyone. Remind yourself that trying to please everyone is impossible and unnecessary. Maintain self-confidence. Don't let others' judgments sway you. Instead, focus on building confidence by trusting your values and abilities. Build valuable relationships. Invest in relationships that provide support and personal growth. Avoid toxic relationships that bring negativity or unnecessary pressure. Practice saying no. Don't hesitate to reject requests or expectations that don't align with your values or goals. Learn to say no politely but firmly to protect yourself from unnecessary pressures. Example, if society pressures you to have a stable job, but you are passionate about entrepreneurship, continue pursuing your passion and prove your value through results rather than fearing criticism. 4. Learn to embrace uncertainty. How-to guide. Accept uncertainty as normal. Life never goes perfectly according to plan, and that's completely normal. Embrace uncertainty as an inevitable part of life. Be flexible. Don't try to control everything. Instead, develop the ability to adapt and be flexible in every situation. Focus on the present. Don't overthink the future. Live fully in the present. Practices like meditation or mindfulness are effective ways to help you focus on the present and reduce anxiety about the future. Turn difficulties into opportunities. When facing uncertainty, look for ways to turn it into an opportunity for learning and growth. Ask yourself, what lesson can I learn from this situation? Example, in your work, you may face the risk of failure when starting a new project. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as an opportunity to learn and improve project management skills. Be flexible in changing strategies when needed and focus on current steps rather than worrying about the future. By practicing these steps, you will not only successfully apply the art of letting go in daily life, but also find peace and effectiveness in everything you do. Focus on what matters, act within your control, overcome social pressure, and embrace uncertainty positively. Potential challenges when applying the art of letting go. Difficulty letting go of worries about the future and social pressure. Challenge. People often have a tendency to overthink about potential future outcomes, from careers to finances or personal relationships. Social pressure is also not easy to avoid, especially when living in an environment with high expectations and harsh judgments. How to handle. Remember that worrying does not change reality, but only drains your energy. Remind yourself that you can only control your actions in the present, not distant scenarios. Requires patience, courage, and self-compassion. Challenge. The art of letting go demands a shift in mindset and habits. You may struggle to accept that you cannot please everyone or control every situation. This change requires time and patience to develop. How to handle. Be kind to yourself. Any change comes with initial failures and discomfort. Don't blame yourself for not achieving immediate results. Learn to motivate yourself, acknowledge small progress, and regard them as worthy achievements. Conclusion. Practicing the art of letting go is a process that requires determination, persistence, and courage. But if you are patient and compassionate with yourself, you will find that you not only overcome challenges, but also become stronger, freer, and more serene. Remember that the art of letting go is not about surrendering, but about mastering life in the most positive and meaningful way. The ultimate benefit of the art of indifference. Freedom and fulfillment. When you successfully apply the art of indifference, you will find a state of true personal freedom. This is not just simple freedom, it is deep inner liberation. Freedom from meaningless worries, irrational social pressures, and fears of uncontrollable outcomes. You will start to accept the nature of life, realizing that not everything can be controlled or changed. Instead of being overwhelmed by unchangeable things, you will learn to let go and focus on what truly holds value and brings sustainable happiness. When you let go of unnecessary things, you create space for peace, joy, and fulfillment. You are no longer swayed by trivial matters. You live with purpose, enjoy present moments, and build a life that you truly desire. Conclusion. The ultimate benefit of the art of indifference is not just freedom. It is a life of happiness, serenity, and fulfillment, where you live true to your values, no longer hindered by things that do not deserve your attention. Thank you for watching this video. Let's support our wonderful community by hitting subscribe and turning on notifications right now. Show everyone that you're living kindly by liking the video and sharing your experiences in the comments. Take action now to spread positive energy.